What's up, everybody? So, welcome to Lipsticks and Bullshit, which is pretty much a channel where I'll be discussing pretty much lessons that you can learn from reality TV shows. As of now, it's just love and hip hop, typical, right? Um, but I honestly feel like even if it all is just a bunch of bullcrap, you can still learn stuff from it because there's situations that um it's real it's situations that some people do end up going through or have been through or whatever, what have you. So I'm just one of them people that likes to think about that kind of stuff when watching this stuff. Otherwise it would kind of just be pointless and a waste of time. So if you're not into that kind of thing, then probably you should stop the video and carry on. And if you are into that kind of thing, then stay tuned. Um, it is season 8. This is Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, by the way. So it's season 8. And let's just jump right into episode 1. So we have Spice, who is a Jamaican dance hall music artist, which I personally like her music just because I like that different type of vibe going on. But she has moved to America to further her career, to say the least, and to get her music more out there, to be more known, to make it bigger, all that jazz, right? So she talks to a few people, and in this episode, one person in particular kind of just lets her know that she can't further her career unless she changes her skin tone. She is once again, my opinion, very beautiful chocolate colored woman. And I kind of get where she's coming from when she starts considering doing this, but at the same time, like I said, she's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But when you have people in your ear or when you see certain things going on, of course you're going to start to question what you can do yourself to be more known. So due to that, she starts telling people that she's going to bleach her skin and, telling them that she can't make it out here if she doesn't do that. And, how lighter skinned females are the more recognized. She starts naming the Beyoncés in particular. We all know that Beyonce has the Beehive and everything like that. But this is stuff that people have said also about Cardi B. A lot of people feel like she has no talent. And that she's only making it because she's light skinned. So, with that being said, like I said, I feel where Spice is coming from. However, she's beautiful. Again, opinion of my own. She's talented because I dig that kind of music. I dig that vibe that she brings to the music scene. But I also understand her wanting to further her career, to take care of her family and to take care of her children. But, we'll see how that goes. And we also have Stevie J, who has started his new life, thankfully, gotten married, settled down, hopefully for good, has stopped dealing with the bull crap of bouncing around from relationship to relationship. However, if not, that's his thing, and more power to him. So he's moved out of state, comes back to ATL. He has a daughter from a previous relationship, actually 2 daughters, but this daughter in particular, her mother is involved with the show. Her name is Mimi. So flies into town and picks up his daughter. Mind you, nobody has met his wife, who is Faith Evans, by the way. Nobody has met her, as far as family goes, as far as his family goes, to my knowledge, or at least not the baby mom, which is Mimi. So, with that being said, he introduces his daughter to Faith, um, without her mom knowing. I mean, it is what it is, right? But before we get to the question of that situation, the last situation of this episode is someone by the name of Scrap, who has been locked up for some time. I believe it was like 3 years, for drug charges, drug trafficking. So he ends up getting out, and the whole issue with that is, I mean, this is not really an issue, but you know, it just depends on who you are. You may see it as an issue. However, he has to get released to a halfway house. He's able to leave the halfway house. However, he cannot be released to any family member who has the record. So, with all that being said, and a little bit of backstory about that, questions about this, that I, that kind of just sparked, stuff that I try to put myself in the situations, and I'm like, dang, how would I feel? You know what I'm saying? Or, just stuff like that. So, first question that came to mind with the Spice situation is, would you consider changing your skin color for fame? Honestly, I can't say that I would. It's probably a couple of things on the list that I don't particularly care for about myself, or I feel like they're not the prominent features or whatnot. But as far as skin color, I love my skin color. You know what I'm saying? I love everything about my skin color. And so that's just not something that I would consider doing. But I mean, hey, people do it. I understand why she is considering it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, just for me, that's just, I don't think I would want to go that far. Like, if it's something that I didn't come up with for myself, if people are just in my ear saying, hey, you can't progress because of this, or you're not going to be as successful because of that, I mean, that's where I would just have to draw the line and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? How important is this particular venture for me? Because at the end of the day, it's all about how you feel about self. And clearly, just based off this first episode of the season, she already feels like it's a challenge, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? And, this could possibly be true. We'll hear more about this as the season goes on. However, I just, I can't say that I agree completely with her decision to even consider it due to what somebody else says. So, like I said, we'll see what happens the rest of the season. Second question, with dealing with the Stevie J situation. A lot of us, we have exes. A lot of us, more grown people, have children as well as exes. So, of course, I'm able to put myself in that situation quite easily. So, with that being said, the question that came up with that is, when is it appropriate to introduce your children to a significant other? I feel like it's a time and place for everything. Me personally, I would prefer to know, the person that's possibly going to be dealing with my children. That's a big thing for me, because people overlook children's emotions. People overlook how children feel. People just overlook children as a whole. You know what I'm saying? And so if you are able to, and if the situation allows for it, I definitely feel like it's something that should happen after um, your ex meets the person. And of course, everything is a case by case basis. This doesn't go like across the board, just whatever. Like, this is a case by case thing. So, I mean, with that being said, I would definitely insist on meeting the person that is going to be in my children's lives, because people could put on a good show, people could tell you about somebody, and I mean, that really doesn't do nothing. Like, you have to feel, as a parent, you have to feel people out for yourself. And no, you may not be 100% correct, you know, maybe you have to warm up to situations like that, but at the end of the day, the child comes first, or the children come first. So, you know, I feel like it's only right. I feel like it's respectful, especially if you have been in the child's life consistently, or whatever the case may be. Well, not really, whatever the case may be. If there's been a consistency in co-parenting, if there's been a consistency in communication, I feel like that should be like automatic. You shouldn't have no problem introducing your ex to your somebody that you're considering marrying. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that should determine fully, you know, if you continue on with a person. But I really believe that it takes a lot of communication in them types of situations that involve children. Um, Again, this is a case by case thing, so don't quote me on none of this ever at all, because it's just something to talk about right now. Last thing for this episode is, with Scrap getting out of with Scrap getting out of jail, and having to, you know, only be around, not be around, but only being able to be released to a family member who is blood related and doesn't have a record. I mean, I'm iffy on that. Reason being, you know, it's a lot of people with records. It's a lot of people with stupid records. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even, they shouldn't have a record, but they do because of stupid situations. So, I mean, I feel like in situations like that, it's touchy, you know, because you do have some people that will not care less what kind of situation you're in. You know what I'm saying? They just want to see you. So, of course, they're not concerned about, you know, your well being and potential risks that could be involved. But, you know what I'm saying? I feel like at the same time, family is family, you know. And I mean, I know it's only, you know, being released or being able to go out of the halfway house with this person, but at the same time, it's just like, yo, sometimes you get what you get. And at the same time, people change. So just because somebody has a record doesn't mean that they're no good to be around. Yes, there are a lot of people that's like that, but not everybody's like that. You know what I'm saying? And when you're getting out of jail, getting out of prison, getting out of, you know, sometime any type of confinement, and being away from, you know, people that you love, I don't know, I feel like it's a little strict. But once again, I do understand it. However, I've also been in situations where I know firsthand how, you know, mentally it can break a person. You know what I'm saying? Let's say he didn't have anybody to come get him out the halfway house. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that could come with that. As far as, can they get visitors, when, who can come up there? You know what I'm saying? Just everything. Like a whole lot of stuff. So, anyways, this is just some stuff for now. This is episode 1, mind you. So we got a long way to go. And we'll continue to touch on that and speak about that. But I mean, for any of y'all out there that have like any experiences with these situations, like I want to hear what y'all like have to say. And then I'll put the questions in the description box because a lot of people may not remember, whatever the case may be. Also, since my blog is, or vlog channel, what have you, is Lipsticks and Bullshits, I will be doing a different like lipstick of choice because I love lipstick. Like I love the colors and all that. So this week we have Glitter Goals by NYX, and the color is Crystal Crush. I don't know why I was thinking it was copper. See, that was my problem when I bought it. I was upset because it wasn't quite copper. But anyways, that's what I'm wearing. I love it. I pretty much kind of wear this every day, so I'm going to have to break away from that so y'all can get a kind of idea of the different lipsticks and stuff. But it's a good product. I have actually fallen asleep with it on and woke up and it was like nothing ever happened. So I mean it's reliable. You know what I'm saying? That's about as far as I've gone with it. So I don't know for y'all that have boyfriends and girlfriends. I don't know if it'll stay on, you know, if you get a kiss or something, but I'm sure a peck on the cheek wouldn't hurt anything. So yeah, that is it for this episode, and I will catch you for my take on the next episode and the issues that brings.